Dear students, how are you? Hopefully you all are doing well. This is Amit Shah, lecturer, Department of Mathematics, Milestone College. Today we are going to discuss about determinant. This is your chapter 1b. Especially we are talking about properties of determinant by which we can solve every types of determinant problem. Dear students, this properties actually helps you to understand which types of math or determinant problem should be solved by which way. So all should be noted, all of the formulas very attentively. If you have any confusion every time, in any time, you can knock us. Dear students, let's go for today's class. Hopefully this lecture will be very beneficial for you. Thank you. So dear students, according to our today's lecture, today we are going to discuss about properties of determinant. It is very important for your chapter 1b. Here we are trying to show some properties. Which properties is very much important to solve the determinant. Okay, first of all, our first rule says if the rows and columns are interchanged, then the value of determinant does not change. That means what will be interchanged? Our rows and columns. If it is interchanged, then the value of determinant will not change. Say for example, we can say if our determinant like a1, a2, b1, b2, then the value of it is what? a1, b2 minus a2, b1. Since we have already known that this element will be multiplying with this element minus this element will be multiplying with this element. This is the basic rules to find the value of the determinant. And here suppose this A has been changed its rows and column. Say for example, we are thinking that this is a row, it has been changed and it is converted into a column, that is looks like a1, a2, and this column will be also, this row will be also converted into b1, b2. Here actually two things happened at a time, that is this row has been changed with this column. At the same time we can say that this column is also changed with row. So our rows and column has been interchanged. So after interchanging, what will be happened? According to the calculating system of determinant, we know that these two is the first multiplicable, that is a1 b2 minus a2 b1. And here we can observe that the value of a and the value of b, these two value are exactly same. That's why we can say our first rule is if we can see that one row or one column or rows and column of a matrix is just changed, then or interchanged, then the value of the determinant does not change. So this is our rule number 1. So dear students, now move on to our rule number 2. Here there is given if two rows, look at the part is very carefully, two rows or two columns, it can be two rows or two columns, are mutually interchanged. If they are just mutually interchanged their position, then the value of determinant will be same. Value will be same, but the sign will be changed. So if two rows and two columns are mutually interchanged their position, then the determinant of the value of the determinant will be same, but the sign should be changed. So have a look example. Example can be, suppose A should be looks like, if our A is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. If we are trying to interchange two rows, suppose this is our row number 1 and this is our row number 2. So if these two rows interchange mutually, then what will be happen? Then we get a matrix looks like this. Suppose it can be B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3, C1, C2, C3, where there will be a value should be changed, but there will be coming a minus sign. Similarly, if we are talking about two column, say for example our matrix was this, but we are thinking that two columns are this column will be interchanged with, say for example, this column, then we get a matrix. That can be what? Say for example, C is our matrix, where it should be looks like A2, B2, C2, A1, B1, C1, A1, B1, C1, A3, B3, C3. So we have just changed our two columns mutually, then we'll get the same value but a negative sign. So really is this looks like this way or not? To understand the fact, we have to go for the calculation. For calculation we can go for, so here if we are going for the calculation of this determinant, it should be looks like what? First of all, A1, when we are going for A1, so this and these are gone, so B2 C3 minus C2 B3, then minus A2, and when we are thinking for A2, so this gone, so B1 C3 minus B3 C1, and for A3 it is going to be this gone, so B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So if we are trying to focus on to find the value of this, then we'll get this, and after multiplying all of this, it will be A1 B2 C3 minus A1 C2 B3 minus A2 B1 C3 plus A2 B3 C1 plus A1 it should be A3 not A1, A3 B1 C2 minus A3 B2 C1. So here we have actually got a value of A, and it's your homework to find the value of B, and you will see exactly this part, but before a negative value will come. I think you can understand how we can find the value of it and this, and we will just get the same value but the opposite sign. I think you can understand the formula number 2. So dear students, this is the very important rules for our determinant part. If two rows and two columns are identical, that means the same. It's a very important thing. Two rows or two columns are identical, that means the same, then the value of the determinant will be 0. Say for example, suppose a matrix A which is looks like our this A, then A, suppose B, C, D. So here we can see that in this matrix or we can go for the determinant directly. Here this determinant, our two columns are same. Since two columns are identical, that's why we can say the value would be 0. If you have another hesitation or you are thinking for the ambiguous mind, then you can go for the calculation. If you go for the calculation, you will get the value 0. Okay. Another thing, if the suppose our two rows are same or identical, it can be anything. It can be anything. Suppose all are 4s. Okay, and here is suppose 2, 3, 5. If our two columns or rows are equal, then our determinant value will be again 0. So this is the rules number 3, what is very important. So dear students, now I am trying to focus on our very important two rules. First rule says that if rows of a determinant is a multiple of another row, then the determinant would be 0. That means, suppose for this part, if we are going for an example, it is, suppose a matrix is looks like, we are going for the determinant. Suppose this is 4 and this is 2. So 2, 4 is a row, and another row if it is suppose 4 and 8. So look at the rows here. So these rows has a relation. Exactly, if we multiply our first row into 2, we will get the second row. That's why if we have seen these types of part, then we will say that this is definitely 0. Why 0? If we multiply 8 into 2, 16 minus 16, so it will be 0. So here the formula or the type number rule says that the row of a determinant is multiple of another row. So this row is a multiple of this row, that's why our determinant must be 0. It's the example of this formula. And our second formula says what? Second formula says that if all the entries of a row, what? All the entries of a row, or it can be a column, is 0, then the determinant should be 0. So if all entries of a row or column is 0, then the determinant would be 0. How? Say for example, our determinant suppose 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 6. If we have seen that our one row is 0, then we can say the determinant of it is definitely 0, because when we will go for the determinant, then we'll start like this way. So 0 into 2 into this and this into this, so here will become something minus 0 into multiply with something, and here is again 0 is multiply with something, but the ultimate result is 0. That's why if our one row or one column is 0, then that will be the 0. What will be the column? You can already understand, it should be looks like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not only the one first row, it can be the this row or this row, any one row if it is 0. At the same time, any column of this determinant is 0, then the determinant value is definitely 0. It's a very, very important area we are just looking for. So our following formula or the rules is looks like this, that if a row or column is multiplied or divided by a number, if we have been seen like this way, then the value of the determinant should be multiplied or divided by that number. What does actually this formula or rules says? This formula says, we are going for example, suppose a determinant is looks like this. Suppose MA, MB, MC, DEF, GES. If any determinant is looks like this way, then we can say that this determinant can be multiplied with M with this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E, is clear. At the same time, here a number was multiplying with a column, but it can be also looks like this. Say for example, suppose A is A by lambda, B by lambda, C, D. This can be written as which way? 1 by lambda into A, B, C, D. Whereas we can go for this way with these rows. So it's a very important rows for our determinant area. Dear students, with this help of this rows, we'll go to solve some formula or math within very short time. So dear students, this is a special rule for you. It is a very important rule also. Here is talking about if the elements of a row or column of a determinant can be expressed as a sum of more expression, sum of two or more expression, then the given determinant can be expressed as a sum of two or more determinant. So actually, if here is row and column, if they are added with some expression, then it can be divided into two or more determinant. How? It's a very important area we have to focusing. So for example, it looks like this. Suppose A is a determinant, it can be suppose A plus lambda, B plus lambda, C plus lambda, D, E, F, G, H, I. Suppose this is the determinant. So this determinant can be written as sum of two determinant. Why? Because there is something is added with it. So it can be written as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I plus, since all up are here, so lambda, 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 and these are same, D, E, F, G, H, I. So this is the rules is very important when we'll actually calculate our determinant part. Okay, so after this we are focusing on some operation. Okay, dear students, in this properties part there is some properties, but I am going to understand you by some operation, and this operation part you must have to understand, because when we are trying to solve our maths from 1B, all times this operation will be needed. There will be two operation can be done at the case of determinant. One is your column operation, another is your what? Rows operation. So what is the operation is? Say for example, we can consider a determinant like A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Say for example, we are thinking for a determinant. Now we are trying to focus on the operation, and first of all we are trying to focus on the column operation. Column operation. I think you have already known who is at the column. This is our first column, this is our second column, and this is our third column. Okay, so first of all, when we are going for the column operation, it can be written as that which column we are working with. Suppose we are thinking we will work this column, and how we are trying to subtract first column with second column. So we are trying to like this, we are subtract first column to second column, first column to second column, first column to second column, and this will remain suppose same. What we have been done, we have just subtract from first column with second column. Where we have been done, we have done in our first column. Here this is known as the column 1, this is known as the column 2, this is known as column 3. So since this is our column 1 and we are here working, that's why our side note should be C1 prime. What does it means? It means C1 or column 1 is a part where we are trying to do some work. And which work we have been done? We have been done a work that is first column subtracted by second column, that means C1 minus C2. Clear? So if we have been just adding these two, say for example we are adding, so it should be adding. Similarly, if our work is not here, say for example we are trying to focus on, we will work at column 2 as well as 1, then what will be our that part? On that time we can say that, say for example we are trying to focus on first column second column subtraction or addition, and we are thinking that second column will be subtracted from C. Say you can write A2 minus A3, B2 minus B3, C2 minus C3. What we have been done here? We have worked two places at a time, that is first column as well as we have been worked for the second column. At the case of first column, we have just added with C1, C2 or column 1 and column 2, but here we have been subtracted from C2 with C3, and C3 will be remain the unchanged. So A3, B3, C3. So here we have been done two work from first column and also we have been work second column. So we can write like this way: we are working first column, that's why C1 prime, we are working second column, that's why here is C2 prime. In C1, in column 1, we have been work what? C1 will be added with C2, that's why it is C1 plus C2, and since here we have subtract from C2 to C3, that's why it will be C2 minus C3. Okay, if we just try to understand more deeper, say for example every elements we are trying to go for lambda, that means in C2 column we are trying to subtract from C2 minus lambda into C3. So first here will be two work. First work is lambda will be multiplied with C3, then it will be subtract from C2. So our this C2 should be changed and the comment should be lambda into C3 will be subtracted. I think you can understand how actually this part or side noted has been given. So this was our column operation. Now we are trying to focus on our row operation. How we can go for our row operation? Which are the row? This is our first row, this is our second row, and this is our third row. So our row operation, when you are thinking, then say for example we are trying to focus on only first row. So if at the case of first row we are first row and second row, if we add, then what we can write? If we add from add first row with second row, so it should be A1 B1, A1 B1, A2 B2, A2 B2, A3 B3. Okay, here what we have been done, we have add in which row? Row number 1. So we can have to write like this way: row 1 we are trying to focus on, so R1 prime is equals to what we have been done, row 1 is added with row 2, so R1 plus R2 is our comment or side note. Similarly, suppose we are focusing on second row will be done by what? So for example we are trying to write B1 plus P into C1, B2 minus or plus P into C2, B3 plus P into C3. What we have been done? First of all, exactly P is multiplying with column C or column row 3, and with this we have been add with R2. So here we have been done our row number 2, where we have been working what? Our row 2 is added with what? Our row 2 is added with row 3, but where P was multiplying. So this 2 is our side note. I think you can understand how to solve this, and similarly our first row will be remain unchanged. My dear student, one question may be arising in your mind that why we don't go for this row also. Always you have to think we can go at most 2 column or 2 rows, not 3 things we can calculate at a time. Okay, I think this is our end of the operation part. Now we will move on to problem solution. So dear students, now we are focusing on a problem and we are select a problem 20 number. Here is given left side is this and right side is this. So we are starting our left side, and here we have already known that we can take common from a column as well as we can take from rows as well as the column. So these types of math can be solved by first common. So here we are thinking that we are taking common from first column of A. If we take common as A, then it can be written as minus A, then V, then C. Here second column should be common B, it should be A minus B and C. From third column we can take common as C, it should be A. So if we take C as common, then A, then B and minus C. Okay, but very interestingly we have been seen that from first column row, second row and third row we can take easily A, B, C as common. So again we have already A, B, C was common. Now again we are trying to focus on to take common from this part as A, then it will be minus 1, 1 and 1, and from this we can take common as B, it should be 1, minus 1, 1, and from this we can take common as C, 1, 1, minus 1. So if we calculate this determinant, that will be nothing but the 4. So 4 into A square, B square, C square. You can calculate this part also. If you have any confusion about this part, then I will do it in a very short way here. Say for example, it should be A square, B square, C square, second bracket, suppose minus 1 into 1 minus 1. Then here it should be minus 1. So this part gone, so 1 into minus 1, this into this minus 1 and plus 1. So when you are thinking about this, so 1 into 1 it should be 1 and minus means a plus 1. So this is 0, but from here we will get 2 and we will get again 2. So 2 plus 2 it should be 4, so it should be 4A square, B square, C square, which is our required right side. So dear students, you can understand how we can solve the math very easily with the help of properties. Our properties was very important to solve the determinant. So dear students, I think this lecture will be very important and beneficial for you. Please write down the formulas, keep understanding what actually happened here, and this lecture will be always very important at the case of 1B when you are talking or thinking for solving the determinant. Thank you. Stay safe, remain happy. Thank you.